Because rain doesn't come in like it does in fronts like it does here. It just pops up and starts raining somewhere. So you're going to get wet. You're going to get sunburnt. You got to remember, bring your frog togs, bring your rain gear, bring your sunscreen, because you're going to get wet and you're going to get hot and sunburnt. How many people show up, Charlie, at the end, red as heck, going, man, that was a blast.
Yep, soaking wet and red as can be and saying it was a blast.
So we usually do a destination where people get a hotel room, which you can still. There's hotel rooms and lots to do down in Port Charlotte. Black Widow's the only thing really down there. You have the Rays that play right behind them. They just got done with it. Well, Thursday they're done with their preseason, so they're starting the baseball thing starts here Thursday. But the ride this year is what we're planning and working on. It's not more of the destination. The destination is nice because they have the Twisted Fork, and the Twisted Fork has bands playing. But this year it's more about the ride, the East Coast to West Coast to Lake Okeechobee to the tunnel road and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and people complain about the route. We're just trying to break the stereotype. We could have easily said, hey, we're going to go down to the Keys or something like that, like we always do, but just something different this year.
You can't keep going to the same spot over and over. Panama City, Jacksonville, St. Augustine, Keys. It's just the same stuff we've been doing, and I want to do something different. So we hope that everybody enjoys this ride. Gives you a nice exit strategy too. You're not 6 hours from home when you're done doing this ride. You're only 2 or 3 hours from home, depending on where you live, which is nice. So, all right, now we are going to talk Florida Motorcycle Expo. Charlie, you've been a big advocate for this, and why don't you start us off about the Florida Motorcycle Expo?
Well, during COVID and everything else, we took a little break from it, a 2-year hiatus, and I've been kind of twisting Tony's arm. So, we really need to bring this back. I'll let Tony kind of tell you what changes we made in Full Throttle magazine itself. And making those changes, we got to be more out there for events. And one of the main events we needed to bring back was the expo. So this would be the 24th expo, which we could say 24th annual, but COVID kind of throwing that. But it's 24th expo. And I wanted to bring it back to where we really had the best success, and that was Quake Steak and Lube. And I really had to twist a lot of arms, including Tony's and Bill Church's and things like that. But we finally got it done, and we're bringing it back April 19th, 20th, and 21st.
And I'm excited about it. I wasn't at the beginning because it was, people don't understand the time and effort it puts in. Look at that ad right there. I had to come up with the logo. You got to make sure, that picture where it says 100% free admission, which it is again, there's 2,000-3,000 people in there, and that is the stage, the lighting, the sound, the banners, the security, the porta potties. There's so much to think about when you put a big event on. I love it personally. I love putting all this together.
Great. Yeah, and now that picture last year we had at Quaker, and that was Lita Ford was on stage when that picture was taken.
It was a madhouse. That place was absolutely packed. Tomahawk actually took that picture with his drone, so we've been using that. And of course, it is sponsored by attorney Fran Hosh, 866-LAW-FRAN, lawfran.com. She's one of our great sponsors of everything we do. Of course, we're Full Throttle and Quaker Steak, and we're working on some other sponsors. We need some sponsors. We'll talk about that later. Mm-hmm. But why don't you give us the band breakdown, and then I'll talk about the bikini contest and bike show, Charlie.
Okay, well, this year, just to get it back to not charge anybody anything, we're doing mostly local bands, but there are big bands. That way it's absolutely free. Don't have to pay anything to get in. We're going to kick it off with Jeff Fatola and the Quarter Mile Rebels. He's done the expo for a lot of years. He's always been in there, so we're going to kick it off with him on the Friday. Then we're bringing back a band that hadn't played here in a little while. If you're an AC/DC fan, we have a Highway to Hell that'll be here. So that's the Friday lineup. So just kind of straightforward, get the thing rolling again. So 2 great bands, you're going to enjoy that. Then Saturday, we got a really busy day. We're going to start off with a band named after us, Full Throttle Band. We just had them down south this weekend. Great band. Going to be doing a lot of classic rock and roll and country. Then a band I haven't seen yet. And Tony, I don't know if you've seen them or not. Symmetry will be here. Tony, have you seen them? I know they're kind of like an 80s MTV type band that'll be here. They got a male and a female singer, so a big variety of music. Then that night, a band that I've always enjoyed. They're going to do the full makeup and everything else. We got Kiss America. They are one of the few bands that is um, backed by the Kiss band, so they should be fun. The full makeup, the whole thing, the outfits and all that good stuff. So that should be fun on the Saturday. Then Sunday we worked with Fran Hosh and Bill, and we moved him from a bike night to the Sunday, and that's Bobby Friss. He would be there, and then we'll finish it all up with Bearded Brothers.
It's a hell of a lineup. I mean, great local bands right there, good music. I mean, you can't beat it. Then what we're going to do every hour on the hour, we're going to give away money. The Diva Angels go out and help us sell tickets, and we give away $100 an hour during the event.
Yep.
Doing the Miss Full Throttle contest, $1,000 for Miss Full Throttle on Saturday night. Jersky's going to come in and be a judge for that.
Yes, I will. I'm coming down just for that.
He's going to come and judge the Miss Full Throttle and then a bike show on Sunday. So, you know what? It's going to be a good time. Again, we didn't go all out for this one because it's our first one back. You know, there we go.
Yep.
Look at those. Can't you see? One doesn't want to see bikini girls. Although we always get the people, why don't you do guys up there? Because we don't do guys. We're guys. We don't want to put guys on there.
Man, we tried
if you were a woman that put on a show, you know, you'd have some guys up there, but guys that put on the show, you know, hey.
Bring the Chippendales in or something for a show.
Hey, do you remember that year that the girl had the heels on and she couldn't walk up the steps to come out and I had to carry her, remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we've had to slide down the
I threw her back over my shoulder and carried her back down and shit.
So you caveman carried her over your shoulder, right? I remember that. But she wasn't used to wearing heels or something, or what was the deal there?
Yeah,
I don't even remember.
Get caught in the steps going up, the little grates and
oh,
I'm like,
yes.
everybody else has got the same shoes on. They go, oh, you'll be fine. She's like, I can't do it. I'm like, if I carry you up there, if you carry me up there, I took her up there, and brought her back down. And there was a video of it, but I don't know where it went. There was a video somewhere.
I remember there was a video of that. That's right. Oh, we've had a lot of good times, Charlie. Charlie got in a fight once on the stage.
You got in a fight, Charlie?
Oh, Charlie got in a fight with a guy who said he was part of the band, and he went to the band. The band's like, we don't know who he is. And he MF'd Charlie one too many times, and I never seen Charlie get angry. And Charlie told this guy he can go pound salt.
Well, I told him there was only so many times I could be a motherfucker, and whenever he added nobody behind that word, it was on because he wouldn't get off my stage.
The Axles have been
too many
wild,
good
man.
times.
The Axles have been wild. We've all got into some shit at the expo. Something's happened crazy.
And we brought in tornadoes, everything else.
Yes.
Somebody broke into Lita Ford's camper and took stuff, and then that of all the things we do, that makes the freaking news. The news channel comes out. Somebody broke into Lita Ford. I said, "What the hell is that?" That's what you come up
from her dressing room. Like, who gives a shit? What about the expo? Thousands of people there. That same picture. That was the Lita Ford concert. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to pick. We had to kick Jack Russell from Great White off the stage because he wouldn't stop talking to everybody. He was staying. The event's over, and he just kept talking to people. And it's like, Jack, you got to get off the stage, buddy.
Yeah, we got to get the stage. He sat there and signed out autographs to literally the last person left.